Welcome everyone, konnichiwa. Today we'll be looking at an article from NHK Easy. Alright, it's going to be an article about suitcases. Alright, so today's lesson, 17日9月2000. Alright, so just check out the YouTube description box. I've got a link to a Google Doc in there. I've got a word list for the newspaper article and also a link to the newspaper article in there. So I'd really recommend you open that up and go along with the lesson. Now, I run Japanese lessons here on YouTube. I also do private lessons over Skype or Google Hangouts. So if you're interested in that, please check out this ad that I have up here on Gumtree. Otherwise, you can just email me, ashleyken@gmail.com. I do everything from beginners lessons to more advanced lessons to high school exam preparation and university preparation. But really, if you want to learn Japanese, just let me know. I'll be happy to help. I've also got this flyer. Now there's a link here which will take you to my Gumtree ad, and it has all my qualifications including my JLPT cert and also my details down here. So please get in contact if you're interested in some lessons. Alright, now continuing on, the YouTube description box as mentioned has a Google Doc in it, and we'll go through the word list before we read the article so we can get a handle on what we're going to be seeing in the article. So first off we got kuko. Alright, this is a very common word in year 12. You're going to have to come across. It's not one, it's receptive, so you don't have to be able to write this kanji, but we should be able to recognize this first one is sora. Okay, this is our sky, and this means port actually, but really you don't have to know this kanji apart from, when it's in a compound like this. Okay, it's an airport. We have gaikokujin, okay, so basically a foreigner. We have oite. Now we've seen this quite a few times in NHK articles. I've also done a whole grammar lesson on te oku, which you can see up here. But really oku means to place or to put something somewhere. Okay, so we're not actually going to be using it in the grammatical sense that I dealt with in the grammar video I just linked. This is more kind of the literal sense of this verb. Okay, next one we've got fueteru. Okay, so this comes from the word fueru, which is to increase. Okay, and then it's also good to try and learn antonyms whenever we can. So we've got heru, okay, to decrease. Now these are two words that come up a lot in year 12, for example. Okay, we have Osaka. It's obviously a big city in Japan, the second biggest city after Tokyo. It's in the kind of Kansai region, and we're going to come across this word next. Okay. So now we have a bit of an amalgamation of two words. We have Kansai, Kuko. Now this word Kansai, this is just like referencing a kind of geographical area in Japan, all right? And it kind of encompasses Osaka and Kobe, I think Hyogo as well, and Kyoto. Okay, it's this kind of big part of Japan and the surrounding prefectures as well. Okay, now we also have Kanto, all right, if we want to look at a bit of a comparison word here. And Kanto, the kanji, instead of being Nishi, west, it's Higashi, which is east. And Kanto is where Tokyo is, right? Kanto, I think, is the biggest flattest area in Japan, which is why the biggest city, Tokyo, is located there. Okay, so we have the Kanto region and the Kansai region, okay? Now, we also, another way we can remember this is we have something called Kansai Ben. Kansai Ben. Now Kansai Ben, this Ben kind of means a dialect, and Kansai Ben is the type of Japanese which is spoken in the Kansai region and some other parts of Japan as well, particularly along the top, the north kind of, I should say. And this is different from the Japanese spoken in Tokyo, right, which we refer to as Hyojungo. Okay, now if you're looking at year 12 exams or JLPT practice, for example, it's only testing Hyojungo, okay? So you don't actually have to know any of this Kansai Ben, but it's something. If you watch a lot of Japanese TV, for example, you'll notice a lot of the comedians, for example, the stand-up comedians, they're going to be speaking in Kansai Ben quite a lot. So it's not very useful for exams, but it's kind of useful if you want to be able to understand Japanese, because there's a variety of dialects spoken in Japan. Okay, next one we have mondai. Okay, mondai. So this is actually I should just delete this. It's not really a question. It's a question on a test, but here we want to think of it as meaning a problem. All right, we have keisatsu. Okay, this is our police. Kyonen, last year. Torokeru. Now, this verb, it comes up kind of often in Japanese, and you're actually going to need to know this first meaning more often than not, which is just to kind of deliver something or to send or to kind of forward a package generally. Let's do it with mail normally or a box or something. But in this instance, we're going to be looking at in this second meaning, which is more like to send a report or something, basically to notify the authorities, it says here, and we're going to see it's notifying the police. All right, now we have a number here. We have 258 ko. Okay, now ko is our counter for articles. I really should just change this. It's a counter for, yeah, I mean, articles is fine. I mean, articles not in the kind of newspaper sense word, but kind of articles of something. All right, it's just a very generic counter though. And here we're seeing it's being used to count suitcases, okay? Kind of big style suitcases. All right, ryoko is our travel, very common word. Furui, all right, this means old. Kangaerareru. Now, this comes from the word kangaeru, okay? And this means to consider or to think about. And this is actually the potential form, kangaerareru, all right? So to be able to think, okay? So really this word kind of means conceivable or kind of possible. And we'll see that this word often actually gets used a lot in the potential form, particularly the negative, kangaerarenai. So it's like it's unimaginable, right? It's unthinkable. You can't even think of what it is. But here it's actually being used as what's called the passive form because it's saying people think that, okay? So it's not referring to, it's kind of this passive form in Japanese. This is quite a bit of an advanced topic. But we'll just leave it at that. It's just a kind of formal way to talk about how people think. We have motte. Okay, notice we have our radical on the left here of hand. Okay, hand over here. So motsu, to hold. Kairu, all right, our return home verb. Nimotsu, okay, maybe a bit of a weird reading for this, this motsu. Okay, a lot of you might be familiar with this with butsu. But, just this kanji can be read as motsu a few times. But nimotsu, right? Our luggage, basically our suitcases, which is the focus of this article. Osugiru, okay, this is from oi, okay, which is there's a lot of something. And then we know we kind of chop our e off and put sugiru, and it's like too much of something. So osugiru, too much luggage. We'll see, to be too numerous, to be too much of something. Kind of like a double up of meaning, I guess, if we want to think about this. We've seen this word a few times in NHK articles now. This is our case or situation. Harawanai, right? Don't pay. Hara comes from harao, to pay. Kaisha, okay, this is our company. We'll see it's the kuko no kaisha. So it's kind of like there's like a company that runs the airport, I guess. Muika, right? Our 6th day of the month. Okay, not rokunichi. Iranai. Okay, this comes from iru, which is to need something or to require something. Iranai. Don't want. Yeah, I mean, this says to be needed, but that's because it's coming from iru. It's kind of hard to look at the negatives in the dictionary, but you can get the difference, I think. Atsumeru, okay, to gather or to collect something or to gather them together. So we see this is kind of talking about gathering all the suitcases together. Tsukutte, to make something. Muryo, no charge, basically means this is free. We can also say tada to mean the same word of this. Katazuke, so this is the kind of tidy stuff up. So it's kind of talking about how, this article talks about how the suitcase is kind of being left in airports and they're kind of tidying it up, right? They're collecting all these random suitcases and then doing things to them, like selling them. Hikoki, right? This is our plane. Miseru, to show something. Kawareru, this is to break or to destroy something. So what they say is suitcases which are not broken, we can give them to recycling shops. So it's actually in the negative form in this article. And watasu, okay, so to hand something over. Again, we're talking about handing the suitcases over to the recycling company. Okay, so just follow the Dropbox link in the Google Doc I've linked in the YouTube description. It'll take you to this article that we're going through now. So let's look at the top headline and the picture. Okay, so first off, we can see we've got a whole bunch of luggage here. And this is just from Kansai Kuko, all right? So our international airport located in the Kansai region, kind of services Osaka and surrounding areas. Okay, so let's have a look at our headline here. So it says, 空港に外国人が置いていたスーツケースが増えてる. Okay, so this headline sums up the article pretty well, to be honest. Okay, now how do we attack Japanese sentences? Okay, well, generally we want to start from the back. Okay, start from the very end of the sentence and then move in. So let me just get my pen here. All right, let's use red. Okay. So 増えてる. All right, so something is increasing, right? The te iru form tells us it's in a current state of increase. So, and we got ga. So this, when we see a ga, it's kind of saying, well, this is the thing that's increasing. So what's increasing? Suitcase. Okay, but we'll see that it's not just suitcase. These are special types of suitcases. So what are they? 空港に外国人が置いていた. All right, so 空港に at the airport, 外国人が置いていた. Foreigners have left. Okay, so the reason this article even caught my eye in the first place, I was like, wait a minute, why are suitcases increasing at the airport? Should this really be a thing that's happening? Okay, it's kind of a bizarre thing. Even after I've read this article, I don't really understand why it happens. But apparently this is kind of a problem. People leave their suitcases, and we'll see it's actually old suitcases that people leave at the airport, and they'll just kind of upgrade and then leave their old suitcases around at the airport. All right, so let's get into the rest of this article. So our first paragraph, we have 大阪にある関西空港では置いたままになっているスーツケースが増えて問題になっています。警察によると、去年、関西空港が警察に届けたスーツケースは258個ありました. Okay, so we've got two sentences here, so we'll start from the end of the first sentence. So, 問題になっています. Alright, now, 問題になる, alright, to become a problem. 問題になっています. It's already become a problem, like it's currently a problem. Okay, now what's become a problem? 置いたままになっているスーツケースが増えて. So this is just kind of restating our headline a little bit, but 置いたまま. Okay, now remember 置く or 置いた, this is to place something, so obviously I pass on. Suitcases have just been left somewhere basically. 置いたまま. Okay, so someone's put a suitcase somewhere in the airport in this case, and then just left it. Okay, になっている. Okay, so these suitcases have been left, and the problem is that they're increasing, right? が増えて. Right, this is an issue. And then we have our TEF form here to kind of say, well, this thing happens, and then consequently, 問題になっています. Okay, suitcases are going up, we'll say. The left behind suitcases are going up, I guess. And then this is a problem. Okay, and where is it happening? 大阪にある関西空港. Okay, so it kind of helps us a little bit here, but 大阪にある. So in Osaka, 関西空港では at the Kansei airport. So that's our next sentence. Well, again, we should start from the end. 258個ありました. Okay, doesn't really tell us much. There's 258 of something. Suitcase wa ni. Alright, so we got 258 suitcases. And then what is it? 去年関西空港が警察に届けた. Okay, so the Kansei airport notified the police of 258 individual pieces of luggage last year. Okay, and what have we got? 警察によると. Okay, so according to the police. So this is the official police report that the newspaper is citing. Okay, next paragraph. So we've got 外国から旅行に来た人が日本で新しいスーツケースを買って古いスーツケースを空港に置いていたと考えられています。古いスーツケースも持って帰ると荷物が多すぎる場合のお金を払わなければならないためです。So like last time, we should start from the end of the sentence. So what have we got? 考えられています. So it's kind of, we have our te imasu, it's our ongoing state of affairs, and 考えられて, okay? So it's being thought of, it's our passive form of the verb that I mentioned before. So what's being considered or being thought of? 古いスーツケースを空港に置いていた. Alright, this is not really the full picture, but we have 古い suitcases, right? Old suitcases. を空港に置いていた. So the old suitcases are being left at the airport. But then we got a TEF form here. A TEF form here. So this is kind of showing the sentence was continuing on. So 日本で新しいスーツケースを買って. Right, so buy a new suitcase in Japan. 外国から旅行に来た人が. Alright, so foreigners who come to Japan for travel, okay? Alright, our next bit. We have 古いスーツケースも持って帰ると. So if, right, or basically this と is our when, I guess I should say, it's our conditional. と is our conditional here. So 古いスーツケースも持って帰ると. So when you do what? Well, 帰る, go home. 持って帰る. Alright, so 持って帰る, take something and go home. 古いスーツケースも持って帰ると. So when they try and take both their new suitcase that they just bought in Japan and their old suitcase that they already had before they got to Japan, we have a bit of an issue here. 荷物が多すぎる場合. Alright, so this is probably something if you guys have ever traveled on planes before, you've come across this. You get charged a lot of money if you try to bring too much luggage back, right? You've got kind of a per customer limit. And if you try and bring an extra suitcase back, this is probably going to put you over the limit. Okay, so 荷物が多すぎる, right? Too much luggage. By, in the situation with too much money, no okane. Okay, so basically there's a charge or a fee that you get when you have too much luggage. を払わなければならない. You have to pay it. Okay, so because people are kind of being, well, they know they're going to have to pay this fee, they're like, well, let's just leave the suitcase in the airport, which I don't even know what to say. Okay, last little bit here. So we have, このため、関西空港の会社は6日から安全を考えて、いらないスーツケースを集める場所を作って、無料で片付けています。いらないスーツケースを持っている人は飛行機のチケットとパスポートを見せて片付けてもらうことができます。きれいで壊れていないスーツケースはリサイクルの会社に渡すことにしています。Okay, so let's have a look at this. So このため. Alright, so again, this is just kind of talking about the paragraph we just read, okay? So basically because there's this issue of people leaving their suitcases in the airport, Kansei Kuko no Kaisha wa, so the company that runs Kansei Airport, 6日から, okay? So from the 6th, okay? Really important here. From the 6th, okay? Now, your first maybe instinct might be to read this as, you know, roku nichi or something like 6 days, but okay, but always keep in mind whenever we're dealing with calendar days, they're a bit tricky, okay? So 6日から, so from the 6th, 安全を考えて. Alright, I didn't add this word 安全 to the word list, but this means safe. Alright, or safety, I guess, in this situation. So 安全を考えて. So thinking about safety, this is the airport, by the way, the airport company. 安全を考えて、いらないスーツケースを集める場所を作って. Okay, so いらない suitcases that we don't need, を集める場所, alright, so a kind of gathering place, basically a handling place where you can take in all these suitcases that people don't need, but for some reason they only realize that they don't need them at the airport. It's like, get rid of them beforehand. Anyway, 作って、無料で片付けています. Okay, so 無料で free of charge, 片付けています. The airport is handling these suitcases, right? They're taking them off your hands. いらないスーツケースを持っている人は, so if you have a suitcase that you don't need anymore, 飛行機のチケット, right? So basically our boarding pass or our plane ticket. と passport を見せて. Alright, so show this and your passport. 片付けてもらう. Okay, so you know, basically whenever we see these te form with these もらう, you know, we know it's about a favor, right? Giving or receiving a favor. And we always want to just do this, right? You go back to find the kind of topic of the sentence, because this is who the verb is applying to. And so we have to know who the verb is applying to and what verb it is. So who's the person? All right, it's up here. いらないスーツケースを持っている人は. Okay, the what is the really big giveaway here. So as for these people, then there's all this stuff in the middle we don't really care about. 片付けてもらう. 片付けてもらう. Okay, もらう. This is receiving. And it's from the person who was the topic of the sentence. Okay, so they're receiving the favor of the airport taking away their old suitcases that they don't need anymore. Okay. とができます. Okay, so you can do this thing. きれいで壊れていない suitcase は, right? So then it's saying, well, out of all the suitcases that we receive, out of the ones which are kind of clean, right? きれい, so basically undamaged, right? 壊れていない suitcase. So ones which are in good condition, リサイクルの会社, right? So a different company, a recycling company, に渡すことにしています. Okay? Now, again, this にしています, they're making a choice, right? They're making a choice to hand this stuff over to the recycling company. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the reading through of this article. I'd really recommend you check out NHK Easy. It's got a lot of great articles there and they're very good reading practice. Okay, see you next time.